CTVR was founded in 2004 with a CSET grant, that's a Centre for Science, Engineering and Technology grant, a five-year term grant from Science Foundation Ireland. In order to form a centre, the idea is to bring together as much expertise from as far across the country as is possible, so that really we're concentrating the best of everything Ireland has to offer and focusing it on one specific scientific area, and that's really what CTVR does through telecommunications, or in the telecommunications space. So we have a wireless networking and wireless technology. We have wireless networking and wireless technologies groups. We have photonics networking and photonics technologies groups, and then the overarching idea of CTVR is to bring those two groups together to really work on networks for the future. So networks that will be evolvable, that will be sustainable. So that's the overarching idea for the next 5 years of the research program.
We built this new phase of CTVR on the idea of a sustainable, evolvable, and submissive network. And that applies both to wireless networks and to optical networks. And the idea is not to try to imagine exactly what the network is going to look like, but more to enable the network to withstand change and to evolve to new models of usage and new architectures. Also to make the network free from a particular business model, so that as new business models evolve, that the network will adapt itself to it, and that it will be sustainable in the use of resources like spectrum, for instance, and energy. So we have built all of the research activities on top of these three pillars of sustainability, evolvability, and I guess submissiveness. And then there are particular tasks, both in the wireless research side and the optical research side, that try to get at how you build a network that's truly submissive, truly sustainable, and evolvable. I think it's important to Ireland to have a big presence in terms of research in the wireless domain in general. And I think with what CTVR has built over the last 6 or 7 years, telecommunications research in Ireland has already put the country on the map. And I think we need to keep going there and to actually lead in terms of coming up with new ideas that will be taken up by industry, that will generate some new companies like Reconfigr, which Paul is involved in, and that will keep investment from larger companies, places like Alcatel-Lucent or Maycom or Xilinx in the country, and keep some of the high-quality jobs, high-paying, high-tech jobs in the country as well.
One of the things that makes Ireland a really interesting place to do wireless research and to think about starting a wireless company is the fact that it's a type of a spectrum playground to a certain extent. It's a fairly rural area. There's a lot of open space. There's a lot of free spectrum to play with. And the regulator is very, very helpful in enabling especially test and trial of new services and new systems. And that's something that we're very keen to leverage within CTVR, and we've leveraged to great success over the past 5 years. And what's really interesting in working at CTVR is that breadth of research that's going on. So that interface between optical and wireless networks makes for some very, very interesting research challenges. And as well as that, the interaction with a wide range of industry partners means that you have exposure to, you're not purely doing blue skies research, you have exposure to the problems that are being faced in industry on a day-to-day basis, and you can contribute and address those challenges.
The way to get out of a recession is exactly to invest in the future, right? It's not to try to just concentrate on immediate problems, but to actually build a path towards a stable, strong economy, and that's only going to happen through innovation, and in particular innovation in science and innovation in technology. So I think it's, in my mind at least, it's the obvious solution to the problem rather than a counterintuitive solution to the problem. And I hope the country persists in that direction and continues doing that.